Hello everyone, welcome to Lines of Flight Tarot. I'm Sean. I'm going to be doing your daily quick pick reading for today. Sorry for the late posting of this. The day kind of got away from me, but we're going to try a new version, which is, well, if you're seeing this and you're just starting your day, then great. But if not, and you are partly through your day, as I am, you could perhaps use this tarot as a way to reflect over the goings-on of today. So let's see what we have. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Bottom deck energies, Two of Pentacles. So the Four is stability, and then the Pentacles is earth and tangible things, objects, value, kind of any type of currency that you use in kind of everyday life. And this card is it's a card of restriction, not restriction, but like kind of coveting what you have, or being like a spendthrift, or like miserly, or like holding on to what you value. And that can be positive or negative, and we'll talk a little bit about that as it moves forward. And then we have the Eight of Cups. We had that recently. The eclipse, this is the only card in the tarot that shows an eclipse, and the moon, if you count the moon card in the major. And 8 is movement, and so there's a moving away from an emotional situation that no longer serves you, or perhaps it is just it's a break in this cycle, so which is what the eclipse represents. Cups is emotions, intuitions, feelings, so a sense of walking away from that. And then the Nine of Wands. Wands are fire, element of fire, and they are passion, drive, libido, Mars energy, things that compel the body to move and to produce, or to move yourself through the world. And 9 is penultimate. It is meaning that it hasn't completed yet, but it's about to. It's brimming. So at this point, 8 is movement and 10 is completion. So 9 is this kind of in-between space that is, it can either, depending on the reading and the location, it can either depend on, it can be overwhelming, or it can be like really fantastic, and like you can be overcome with emotions, or overcome with feelings, or whatever it is. And in this particular setting, he's gone through it. He's at the point of this journey with these wands, with this passion, with this drive, this libido, that he knows he's almost done, and he's kind of taking a moment here and just focusing on one of the wands, as the other wands kind of stand around him and appear to be protecting him. So, So it's saying that, yeah, there's something about holding on to something. Perhaps instead of holding on to this value, or holding on to not sharing this value that you have, you're being asked to walk away from this emotional process. So walking away from, or perhaps it is the feelings, the emotions that are compelling you to walk on another path, and to kind of interrupt this cycle of holding on too tightly to the things you value. And he's walking towards this kind of moment of protection. this moment of being aware of his surroundings, aware of the wands that surround him, and this fire and this passion, and yeah, that by walking away and walking away from this type of tight-fisted approach in your earthly desires, that your emotions are compelling you to walk towards the completion of your passion. So walking into, okay, yeah. It's like walking up a very steep hill. You know that you're gonna get tired, your feet might hurt, your calves will get cramped, but you know that despite these feelings you're gonna have, you know that you need to move towards it. Even if you feel broken down by it or beat up by it, that you can make the choice to walk towards it, and that you can go one thing at a time. You don't have to kind of conquer all of these 9 wands at the same time. You can pick one part of this impetus, this passion of yours, and you can stay with it for a little bit longer. So there's this release happening here, but he's still holding on to this here, but he's shifting his focus from tangible kind of objects and instead bringing in his awareness to this one piece of the puzzle for his passion, for his awareness. And let's see. Yeah. And so from that journey, you're going to have more movement, kind of, there's more flow coming in, and more, I don't want to say balance, because it's not an act of stillness. It's still juggling, it's still moving, but no longer feel kind of stagnant with your money or with your value or with how you're viewing these objective things. And through walking away from these emotions, or whatever this intuitive feeling is that of holding on to this, that releasing those feelings can get you moving, that can get you working on your passion project, or your libido, your assertion, your drive. And that when you do that there'll be some more flow around these objects, these currencies, perhaps money, whatever you're valuing. And so I think that the message that is arising is that when we get certain objects, or we get currency of whatever kind, we think that if we hold on to it, if we tuck it away, that provides security, which can often lead to sort of mental or issues with your thought patterns, and how you're kind of rationalizing and intellectualizing that approach. But using your intuition, your feeling, and moving with that towards your goals, even if today it feels a little harder, it feels like you might be beaten down by them, or that you might feel overwhelmed by them, just pick one thing, pick one part of that you can work with. And by doing that, you're gonna open up either this feeling, or there might just be literal openings for you around your money. Maybe you'll be viewing it in a different way, or maybe you'll play around with it in a different way, either investing it or giving it away, or whatever kind of movement happens can help kind of free you up and allow for some more dynamic sensation around the situation. So I hope that is meaningful for you today, either looking back over the day or looking forward, depending on where you are in the world. Please like, subscribe, comment. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm working towards doing personal readings and growing this venture. So your support is greatly appreciated, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Goodbye.